This is NNC, Neural Newscast. All the day's news and information you need to know starts now.
Live from the Neural Newscast Global Information Center, I'm Andrew Lindbeck. Today is December 5th, 2025. On this day in 1776, Phi Beta Kappa, America's most prestigious undergraduate honor society, was founded, beginning a long tradition of recognizing academic excellence at colleges and universities across the nation.
This is NNC, Neural Newscast.
Political shifts and debates ahead. A federal appeals court rules the president may lawfully remove 2 independent agency members, according to court records and AP. Let's hear from Cassandra Joyce.
According to Reuters and the court's published opinion, a divided D.C. circuit holds 2-1 that President Donald Trump acted within his authority when removing 2 Democratic members from the Merit Systems Protection Board and the National Labor Relations Board. The majority cites Supreme Court guidance on executive control over officials who exercise significant authority. The dissent warns the decision weakens guardrails for independent oversight. Supporters say it clarifies accountability for agencies that affect civil service and labor disputes, while critics argue it risks politicization. Lawyers expect appeals to continue, potentially to the Supreme Court, AP reports. This is Cassandra Joyce for Neural Newscast.
Let's take a look at world news. UNICEF and the World Health Organization warn child deaths under 5 could rise without action, threatening long-term gains. Monica Kellen reports on this story.
UNICEF, WHO, and the World Bank say under 5 mortality has fallen by more than half since 2000, saving millions of lives. But agencies warn overlapping crises could erode those gains in 2025 without urgent funding and access to care. Conflicts displace families and disrupt clinics, while climate shocks drive malnutrition and disease. Routine immunization lags after the pandemic, fueling measles and polio resurgence, according to WHO and Gavi. Health groups cite gaps in primary care, clean water, and maternal services. A UNICEF official calls the outlook a preventable setback if governments and donors fail to respond. This is Monica Kellen for Neural Newscast.
Ethan Wells has more on U.S. foreign policy.
The White House releases a national security strategy that presses NATO allies on burden sharing and prioritizes competition with major powers, according to a White House document and AP reporting. It pairs tighter border and trade enforcement with expanded security cooperation in the Americas and calls for more pressure on authoritarian regimes in the region. Officials say the plan aligns diplomacy, military posture, and economic tools to protect U.S. prosperity and sovereignty. Senior administration officials briefed reporters that implementation guidance will follow in the coming weeks, AP notes. This is Ethan Wells for Neural Newscast.
Business and finance stories coming up. Financial outlets report Netflix is exploring a deal involving Warner Bros. Discovery assets. Analysts say any transaction would face antitrust scrutiny and could spur bundling across streaming. For a tech update, here's what's new. According to the International Energy Agency and BloombergNEF, falling grid-scale battery costs are improving reliability and helping integrate renewable energy on multiple continents. Now, let's explore environmental stories. Researchers say industrial deep-sea mining tests disturb large shares of seafloor communities, according to recent peer-reviewed studies and environmental monitoring cited by the International Seabed Authority. Updates on medicine and wellness are next. CDC and its Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices discuss hepatitis B recommendations. CDC materials indicate the universal newborn birth dose remains standard, while any changes undergo review. From the Science Desk, here's what's new. An international team maps life in proposed deep-sea mining zones, revealing fragile species and slow recovery rates, researchers report in a recent peer-reviewed study supported by national research agencies. Now, let's share the latest in entertainment. Trade outlets report discussion of a possible Netflix move involving Warner Bros. Discovery continues to roil Hollywood, with rivals weighing legal and regulatory options. Lydia Holmes has an obituary from the Arts Desk.
Frank Gehry, the visionary architect behind Bilbao's Guggenheim Museum, dies at 96. His studio confirms the death in Los Angeles, and AP reports the Pritzker laureate reshaped city skylines with sculptural steel and titanium. Signature works include Walt Disney Concert Hall in LA, the Louis Vuitton Foundation in Paris, and 8 Spruce Street in New York. He won the Pritzker Prize in 1989 and influenced generations of designers. This is Lydia Holmes for Neural Newscast.
Here's what else is making news. Those are today's top stories on NNC Daily News. For more, visit neuralnewscast.com and subscribe wherever you get podcasts. Those are the stories moving our world forward. For comprehensive coverage and breaking alerts, bookmark neuralnewscast.com and follow us on your podcast platform of choice. I'm Andrew Lindbeck. Thank you for your time.
That's it for today's episode of Neural Newscast, where AI meets accountability. Catch up on past episodes at neuralnewscast.com. And don't forget to follow or subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Neural Newscast combines real voice recordings with synthesized voices to enable prompt production without sacrificing quality. All content is generated using advanced AI algorithms developed by a human and undergoes fact-checking and human review prior to release. While we strive for factual, non-biased reporting and actively work to prevent AI hallucinations, AI-generated content can occasionally contain errors. Listeners are encouraged to verify critical information from trusted sources. For more details on our AI transparency policies, visit nnewscast.com.